Hello guys, this is Trigonometry part 8. So we want to continue the angle 60. Okay, so we've been able to derive that already. So we don't waste much time on that one. So we call it this broken line. Then you see this is here. We have our 60-degree here. We have our 30-degree here. So we have our 2. We have our 1. This ABD. Okay. Then we have you know we have our root 3 here. So now angle 60, we have a SOHCAHTOA, SOHCAHTOA. So we're looking at angle 60, and I've told you angle 60, we are considering angle 60. This is what opposite automatically become opposite. Any side facing right angle triangle is what hypotenuse, okay, and the other one will be what adjacent. This is like this because we are considering angle 60 first. So now we have sine 60 degree. What's the value for sine 60 degree? It's very simple. So SOHCAHTOA, opposite over what? Hypotenuse. So it's in short form, root 3 over what? 2. And now we've treated solve to make it more easier. Okay. If you know you've not gone through solve, please go through them. Okay. On Facebook is there. On YouTube is there. Okay. I've already simplified solve as a topic. Okay, so it's very simple. So now sine 60 degree, you should know it at the back of your palm. Okay, by heart is equals to root 3 over 2. Anywhere, take it anywhere in the world, that's sine 60 degree. So the next one is what? Cos 60 degree, which is car. Car is adjacent over hypotenuse. Cos 60 is what? 1 over what? 2. Okay, so don't forget sine 60 is what? That's opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, and this one, which is car, is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. So they can ask you in your theoretical question, show that sine 60 degree equals what? Root 3 over 2. Show that cos 60 degree equals 1 over 2. It's just simple. It's just like this. Don't forget the angle you are supposed to use. Okay, an equilateral triangle, okay, with all angles equal, and the sum of angle in a triangle is 180, and the sides of angle in an equilateral triangle is 3 angle, so divided by 3, that's 60 times 3, 80. 60, 60, 60. So that's the condition. Then the sides must be 2, 2, 2. All the sides are equal. So from there, you can derive your SOHCAHTOA. Use your Pythagoras theorem. So it's very simple. Just follow it exactly the way I'm saying it. That's why I'm not rushing it. I'm making sure that it's as short as possible and the message is being passed. Okay. So now sine 60 is that. Cos 60 is this. Then SOHCAHTOA, we have what? Tan 60. Tan 60 degree. Okay. Toa. Toa. Okay, toa, that is opposite over adjacent. That's root 3 over 1, which is something as what? Root 3. Very simple. That's opposite over adjacent. Toa. So it means sine 60 equals root 3 over 2. Cos 60 equals what? Half. Okay. Then tan 60 equals what? Equals root 3. So I can say this one is equals to equation 1, 2. I can say this one is what? 3. It's as simple as that. So you can see that it's very, very simple. So just note the triangle you're supposed to use to get angle 60 and angle 30. If you know the triangle, which is equilateral triangle, okay, and you know the condition that all the angles must be equal, 60, 60, 60, and all the sides must be equal, which is 2, 2, 2. Divide it into 2 and do exactly what I did in what? In part 7. So part 7 explains it all. So now we are done with sine, we are done with 60 degree. We are moving to what? 30 degree. Okay, so we are moving to what? 30 degree. So what do I need to do first? Since we are moving to another angle, I will have to clean up the what? I'll clean up the sine 30. I'll clean up the one for what? For 60 degree. Okay. I'll clean up adjacent here, clean up opposite here, because we are looking at another angle. Okay. So now look at this angle 30. Where is it facing? Okay. If you look at this very well, this angle 30 is facing here. So where that angle is facing, I've mentioned this over and over, has already become what? Automatically what? Opposite. Okay. The right angle is still facing the usual side, which is still what? Hypotenuse. Okay. Then the other side will now be what? Adjacent. So don't forget, the only thing that is changing here is where the angle is facing. Angle 30 is facing this side. It becomes what? Opposite. That's the condition for opposite. The condition for right angle triangle is where it's facing, which is what? Hypotenuse. Then you now have your what? Adjacent facing that side. So from here, we can now say, okay, let's now get our what? Our 30 degree. Okay. So katwa for 30 degree. Now, for 30, for 30 degree, okay, for 30 degree, we have our what? So, so for 30 degree. So what do we need to do here? So what we need to do here, you now say, okay, sine what? 30 degree equals what? That's opposite. So hypotenuse. So what's our opposite here? Our opposite is what? 1. Okay. Our hypotenuse is what? Is 2. So it means it's half. Sine 30 degree is what? Is half. So don't be scared. When you see it in your theoretical part, show that sine 60 equals to cos 60 is equals to tan. If I want to set it, I'll just write everything. So by the time you see it, you know that, oh, it's very simple. It's just like chinchi and pure water. I know I'm going to use what? Equilateral triangle. The angle must be equal 60, 60, 60. Then side that I'm going to use is 2, 2, 2. So from there, divide into 2 and things like that. So that is what mind solving. You're solving it in your mind before you start solving. So you already know what you're working towards. So then the other one is what? Cos 30 degree. That's what? Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. So what's my adjacent here? So my adjacent is what? Root 3. Okay. What's my hypotenuse? My hypotenuse is what? 2. So it means cos 30 degree equals what? Root 3 over 2. Okay. Cos 30 degree equals what? Root 3 over 2. Okay. Then I'll now look for my what? Tan 30 degree. Okay. I'll look for my tan 30 degree. So tan 30 degree will now be equals to 2. That's what? Opposite over what? Adjacent. What's my opposite here? So my opposite is what? 1. Okay. For 30 degree. Then what's my adjacent is what? Root 3. 1 over root 3. Don't forget, under short form, you don't see root 3 at the denominator. What do you need to do? You can rationalize here. Okay. You can rationalize this because I'm having root 3 at the denominator. So if I want to rationalize it, I'm multiplying this result by the short form at the denominator, both the numerator and the denominator. So I'll multiply both the numerator and the denominator itself by the short form at the denominator. What's the short form at the denominator, which is what? Root 3. So if I want to rationalize it, very simple. Root 3 times what? Root 3. So I'm multiplying the short at the denominator. This is the denominator here by the numerator and denominator. If you don't understand, please go to Facebook or you go to YouTube for the full video on that sort. I've been able to simplify that. So that will be what? Root 3 over 3 times 3, 9. Okay, that's root 9. So what's the square root of 9? It's still what? 3. So it's either tan 30 is either is what? 1 over root 3. But if you didn't see this one, change it to what? Root 3 over 3. 1 over root 3 or root 3 over what? Over 3. So it's as simple as that. So you can have 1 over root 3 or what? Root 3 over 3. So that is the value for sine 30, cos 30, and tan 30. And we've gotten sine 60, cos 60, and 1 tan 60. If you look at this very well, okay, this is equation what? 4, equation 5, and equation 6. Look at it very well. Equation 2 and what? And 4 are the same. Okay? Cos, it means that cos 60 equals what? Cos 60 degree equals what? Sine 30 degree. Very simple. It means that cos 60 degree equals sine 30 degree. That is equation 2. Okay? Is equals to equation what? Equation 4. Very simple. Now, if you look at it very well, cos 30 degree equation 5 is also equal to, you know, equation 5 is also equals to equation 1, okay, which is cos 30 degree equals what? Sine 30 degree. You don't need to cram. All these things are being generated, okay. You know how you can get it, okay, in a very fast manner. Okay, you already have the picture of the triangle, of the equilateral triangle in your head, and you know where your root 3 is, you know where your angle 60 is, and you know what to do. Just quickly bring out the angle, know your hypotenuse adjacent, know the angle you are working with. Are you working with 60? Are you working with 30? So from there you get your answer out. Very simple. All you just need to know 2, 1, root 3. Okay, 2, 1, root 3, equilateral triangle. That's all. Then all the other ones will fall in place. Okay, so you don't need to cram. It's very simple. So equation 4, okay, is equals to equation 2. Sine 30 degree equals what? Cos 60 degree. Okay, now equation 5 is equals to equation 1, which is cos 30 degree equals what? Sine 30, sine 60 degree. So please continue to like, comment, share, okay, so that we can reach a lot of young minds for them to see that all these things are just like chin chin and what? And pure water. Cheers.